Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be looking at a highly sought after amulet known as Mara's Kaleidoscope. Now Mara's Kaleidoscope is highly sought after because, well, it's +2 to skills and it's plus to all resistances, and there's really not a lot more going on for it other than those things. One of the really silly things about Mara's Kaleidoscope is that although it is an extremely nice necklace, it's not best in slot for most characters. And the reason is because you can find better. Rare amulets as well as crafted amulets can potentially roll with much better stats than Mara's Kaleidoscope. However, finding a Mara's Kaleidoscope is certainly a boon to any character who is leveling up and trying to, make the best of their character, because it has some really nice statistics. As you can see, it's level 67, and Mara's Kaleidoscope has +2 to all skills, which is absolutely amazing. Most amulets, even an amulet that I just covered, High Lord's Wrath, only has +1. And +2 to all skills is going to be imperative if you are a character that is highly skill-based in damage. We also have +5 to all attributes, which is absolutely amazing. That means it's going to give you +5 strength, +5 vitality, +5 energy, +5 dex, which will have multiple effects on your character. The +5 strength will be very nice to help you equip gear. Strength also has a small damage bonus to physical damage. You can also get block chance from the dexterity, as well as attack rating from the dexterity, and a little bit of defense from the dexterity. We also get a small amount of HP and stamina from the 5 vitality, and we get a small amount of mana from the 5 energy. So very, very nice. It might as well say 5 strength, 5 dex, 5 vitality, 5 energy, and that would be a little bit more cool, because there's really not a lot on the amulet. It's only got 3 stats. They could have listed them all out just for laughs. And then on top of that, it also has all resistances. +20 to 30. It does vary by 10. And during the very beginning of Diablo 2 Resurrected, I actually found a perfect Mara's. I was super duper excited about that. And I have traded that Mara's Kaleidoscope, that perfect Mara's, in between all my characters as I've leveled them up, which is definitely something fun that you can do with this particular amulet, because it's very universal in its abilities. It's also important to note that there are a lot of skills in the game. Like, for instance, if you were to use a CTA, which is a rune word, that gives you battle orders, +2 to all skills will beef up battle orders, but +2 to sorceress skills, for instance, would not. So it's important to note that Mara's Kaleidoscope has a bonus here because it is a +2 all amulet as opposed to a +2 specific amulet. It does give more to those particular abilities. And there are a lot of abilities like that all throughout the game. For instance, if you put on the Peace Armor, which is the Amazon, you get Critical Strike, and this would increase Critical Strike. If you put on the Trangul's set, which gives you Fire Mastery, this would increase Fire Mastery. It would also increase the Fireball, the Meteor, and so forth and so on. So if you're specifically trying to beef up something like maybe a CTA, Mara's Kaleidoscope might be a superior choice to a very, very, very nice rare amulet. The all resistances spawning between 20 and 30 is a little bit of a sad thing, because unfortunately when it does spawn relatively low, it's not really the greatest. Resistances are very nice, and +2 with the resistances is extremely nice. And as you can see, just putting on the amulet, I go to 55% from 25%, which is very, very nice. And you see all my stats go up as well. I get a little bit of damage, I get a little bit of dexterity, I get a little bit of vitality, I get a little bit of energy, all very, very nice. And just the simplicity of the amulet is in itself kind of misconceiving or misconstruing the importance of this amulet, because it really is a very, very good amulet. And aside from those really nice rare and crafted amulets that you can create, it actually is best in slot on a lot of characters. The silly thing about this amulet is you gotta find it. So where do you find a Mara's Kaleidoscope? And for that, we're going to go to Silo's Pen. So again, we're going to assume that we have about 150% magic find, which I feel is a pretty fair and a decent amount, that most people will have about 150%. We're going to take a look at Mara's Kaleidoscope, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at bosses. So Looks like Bale in Hell difficulty has a 1 in 4,582 chance. It's not bad. We got Diablo in Hell difficulty has 1 in 4,662 chance. Blood Raven in Hell difficulty has a pretty weird chance there. Kind of high, but a chance nonetheless. Let's see here. Summoner has a 1 in 11,000. Mephisto in Hell difficulty has a 1 in 4,765. I don't see any Nightmare on this list, so it looks like it's mainly going to be Hell difficulty. Let's take a look at Super Uniques. So Super Uniques, we're looking at the Summoner, Neelathak, Countess, Mephisto, Cow King, again, all in Hell difficulty. And then we'll take a look at regular monsters. So irregular monsters, we're looking at Maggot Layer level 3. Hold on, let me make sure I've got the right probability here. No. Okay, so Drifter Cavern, that's actually a pretty good place from Ghosts. City of the Damned, Plains of Despair, Flare Dungeon level 3, Plains of Despair, Frozen River, Icy Cellar, Glacier Trail. All of this is in Hell difficulty, by the way, every bit of it. So if I had to take my guess here on where the best place to farm this is probably you're looking at Diablo or Bale in Hell difficulty. It looks like Diablo, Bale, and Mephisto in Hell difficulty are your best bets. The Summoner and Neelathak both have a pretty decent chance too. Honestly, it seems like pretty much all of Hell difficulty has a chance to drop Maras, but not necessarily like the best chance. The probability on like a regular monster dropping a Maras is pretty low, whereas the probability on someone like Bale dropping it is much higher. Of course, it takes quite a while to get to Bale. Now, I knew this episode was going to be short because Maras doesn't really have anything super duper ooper special. You know, at the end of the day, Mars Kaleidoscope is, for lack of a better term, a very simple amulet. It is +2 to skills, +5 all attributes, +30 all resistances, and not a lot more. It doesn't have any deadly strike. It doesn't have any crushing blow. It doesn't have any open wounds. It doesn't have any lightning, fire, or cold absorption. You know, it doesn't have any anything super duper special. You know, no charges, no ability to summon iron golems. You know, it's really, for all intents and purposes, a very straightforward and a very simple amulet, and it is a very good amulet. And if you happen to find this amulet, you will probably utilize it on many different characters over the course of your Diablo 2 playtime. I was about to say career. It's not a job, is it? Is it a job? And I am just stretching for time at this point because there's really not a lot to talk about. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, and keep watching.